AmeriCorps program is a mentoring program for chronically absent middle school students right here in Benton and Franklin counties. These are students that are absent 2 days or more per month on average. And what this program provides is a caring adult connection in the school for the majority of the school day to encourage positive attendance habits and provide that caring connection right there in school. Hopefully COVID is behind us, we're out of the pandemic phase, but if you look at the data and you look at what's happened in the last 3-4 years or so, is there's been a lot of learning loss and there's been a lot of mental health challenges. Now, our AmeriCorps members are not mental health counselors, they're not social workers, but really what we see is that a caring adult connection, that in-school presence is what brings kids back to school. It gets them attending school. And when you are attending school, then your academics go up, your mental health improves. Really, it's just really important for kids to be there. Chronic absenteeism really skyrocketed during the pandemic, and even though the emergency is behind us, the chronic absenteeism numbers, those kids who are missing 2 days or more and are really just not attending regularly, those numbers haven't gone back down. If we can establish positive attendance behaviors during middle school, research shows that those behaviors, for the most part, will continue into high school and beyond.
I mentor at Park Middle School. It's part of the Kennewick School District. It's a great school to work at. I think the staff and everybody else sort of makes the dream. There are a lot of moving parts, but what an AmeriCorps member does is we basically work with the kids through their middle school problems. It could be anything from their school grades to anything that they have going on in their personal life, depending on what they're willing to share with us as members or what they're hoping to talk about. It could be anything or nothing at all. I think my favorite part about mentoring is creating the connection with the kids and seeing their progress from day one to now. Some kids had a very low attendance rate, and now it's gone up to either a full week of attendance or a full month of attendance, and their grades, seeing it go from an F to like a B- is a plus. They don't recognize it or they don't see it, but we do, because we are able to check their power school and see like what's going on. If you see a dip in attendance, you can sort of schedule a one-on-one meeting to find out what's going on, like how can I help and how can I be there for you? And if they need more resources, how can I help you with that? For me, the impact is seeing the kids sort of want to actually get the help. If it's an issue about mental health or a situation at home where maybe getting food is affecting their attendance at school. I had a situation that happened where a kid was having a tough time, but they didn't actually want to say it. They didn't want to be judged. They felt like they were getting judged if they talked about it. So I actually had to get a counselor to talk to the kid. But the impact is the attendance of the student has actually gone back to normal, and they're more willing to like talk about what's going on. You don't have to ask for it. You don't have to like dig for the information. They just come to you for it. So I think it's that level of trust you create with the kids and between the kids and the staff for them to actually seek it out. So I think the satisfaction is you creating the safe space. So the safe space is what they actually want. I think the program is so important for these kids that we mentor because it allows them to see themselves how we see them, because sometimes they don't see themselves as great people or great kids. They hear negative things from home, from other people, so they don't get a chance to see it themselves. So having them actually know that they're doing something good and they're not bad kids encourages them more. The hardest part of the job, I think it could be them telling you something and it might hurt you to hear it, but the other thing is also maybe trying not to cry. Trying not to cry because you can identify with what they're telling you. You don't want to take the work home, but you also think about it. think someone should apply to this program, not for themselves, but for, I guess, the greater good of the kids in the community. For me, I think if somebody applies, they should apply because they want to make a change, because also they didn't have the change that you're making for these kids. And I think that's the good thing about it. If you're willing to give somebody a chance to be better, or willing to give somebody a chance to become like you, even if you don't think you're a good example, they probably don't see a good example every day. So little or a lot makes a difference.